Hi, this is Paul from globaltradingsoftware.com, and this is a futures trading tutorial video looking at the importance of multiple time frames, framing your charts, understanding the behavior that's going off, and then obviously using the xBrat Algo to give you some signals, the heat map to confirm that signal, and then the manager to manage the trades. So this is gold futures. Actually been looking at gold quite a lot just recently to see if it's back in the groove with the xBrat Algo, and it seems to be. So three charts here, but the main thing I want to look at is the 3-minute and the 15-minute here. So the first thing I want to do is just going to go to the 15-minute and make that a little bit bigger, and we can see a range defined here. So when we're going to trade any signal, it doesn't matter whether it's the xBrat Algo or something else, we need to make sure if we're going to be entering a trade on anything more than 1 minute, we need to be getting out of this range. It defines the defensive zones, if you like, for this particular move. A break out of that is going to be more powerful than trying to short into that support or go long into that resistance. So you can see on the 15-minute here, we've got a good touch here with a 6-star sell signal here on the xBrat Algo on the 15-minute. We've had some tests up above here, here, and here. So we've defined a range. Now we've had an xBrat Algo 6-star signal here. Remember, when we get a sell signal on xBrat Algo, we need to be going short on the following candle or candles that break 1 or 2 ticks below that low. That didn't happen. It came back up. So this is a real strong support zone here. So now we go to the 3-minute and we look at this behavior. That's that 6-star tip just here on the 15-minute. So let's just go through this. We see we get 5, 6-star buys and sells all the way through this range. We're ignoring them because the entry for these are going to get us into trouble. We're going to go long into that resistance or short into this support. Now we've had that test on the 15-minute where my cursor is here. We get a 6-star sell signal at this point. Okay, now for me, I'm only interested in this if it breaks this resistance. So that previous 15-minute 6-star sell test, formed this support zone, if you like, confirmed it. So I'd only be interested in a trade that gives me an entry below that support. So let's just change that to green for go. So again, when I get this 6-star sell signal here, look at the BIAS Depth Heatmap. All 6 time frames higher than this one are red. So there's some very, very strong bearish sentiment here. But I'm not going to get in early. I'm going to put an order on, and I'm going to say basically if the price gets to this stop limit order or a stop market order, 16.75.7 would be the entry. Now the stop for this type of trade usually is above the pivot at this point here before the signal candle. You can go tight just above the signal candle if you wish, but what we're looking for is a longer term run on this. Okay, so we get the entry at this point. Pulls back up a little bit, but look at the manager ribbon here. It's all red. All red. So this little pullback again at this point here, lower than average volume. We get one higher than average volume candle here, green candle, concerning, but look at the behavior. It rejects the highs on higher than average volume, comes back down again. Get a little pullback, lower than average volume. Higher than average volume indecision doji. This is the time to be thinking, okay, I need to be at least risk free. So I want to go just probably above this pivot here where we went flat at this point, pulled back down again. Now we've pulled back, get the indecision doji, and then we get a big move down. Okay, when we get that big move down and we break this little pivot here, we can then adjust our trailing stop just above this pivot. This locks in around about, let's have a look, 50 ticks. Okay, we then come back down. We get some big candles opening here, some data coming out. Doesn't take out our trailing stop, continues to go down. Lower than average volume pullback, and then a massive push back down again. At this point, sensibly, we've got to be just above these pivots here when we're breaking this low pivot of that volatility at that point. Now we come back down, we get the move back up. You can see the BIAS Depth Heatmap starting to change, and then we get the change at this point here. Remember, we're 4 candles in advance, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We're getting out at this point here. Okay, so that's just to have a look at the amount of ticks on this trade. Getting out of that point, 228 ticks on the 3-minute time frame, purely because we've worked out that support and resistance zone. We've gone and we've looked at that 15-minute time frame. We've confirmed that we have a range, and if we get a signal on either of these 3 or the 15-minute time frames, some of my favorite time frames for trading gold, we're gonna go and get that breakout, and that's what we did. So again, let's go back to the 3-minute. Very, very simple. We made sure we went short after we got a great signal, great confirmation from the BIAS Depth Heatmap. We went below all of this noise here, and then we're in and we're using the manager to maximize profits. We don't panic at this point. This candle is very volatile, but actually has less volume than this previous down candle, okay? Because it's grey. It's an up candle. It's, you know, it's indecision, slightly up, but it has less volume. It has higher than average volume, that's fine. Then we get another higher than average volume, but again, it's grey. It's not green and higher than average volume. It's just some volatility to data, and then it goes back to normal. We push back down through again. The ribbon remains red, so we don't panic. And this ribbon, the manager, is set to aggressive. Okay, we've got day trading, aggressive, moderate, conservative, and swing trading. This is on aggressive. So if this changed to green, we'd get out. It didn't. Time to stay in. Make that 200 plus ticks. The manager is there to stop you from panicking, so you can understand the behavior. And we do have training bootcamp for the manager to help you manage those trades using this software. So the links in to these software titles are below. If you get the manager and the xBrat Algo together, you get some discount as a bundle, and then add on that BIAS Depth Heatmap for those confirmations. Those 3 together is a great trading strategy, but it's about being patient. It's about framing those charts, understanding where the support and resistance are. Don't blindly follow every single signal. The signals are reasonably good and they made a few ticks, but we're looking to break previous support and resistance zones. So hopefully that helps. Speak to you all really soon.